Hey guys, I'm doing a video on the new event Royal Arena. Um, Obviously it was just released a few days ago, and I've been getting my head around it and trying to understand it a little bit better. Um, and yeah, like we're gonna go through it, see if there's any tips we can pick up and things like that. So we'll start with the rules. Royal Arena is a cross-nation auto PvP gameplay. During the event, you will duel commanders from different nations. Now, what we've discovered so far is that when it says commanders from different nations, in that category we have three nations. So to start off with, we've been given 1170 and 1179, and then there's obviously 1168. So we're together in our own bracket. Let's have a look. So on the first day of the event, commanders whose alliance hull reaches level 16 can send teams to join the trials. Clear all the trial stages to join the subsequent schedule. So on the first day, you did the trials, and it's just like an environment, like it's PVE basically battles, and as long as you clear them, you're gonna go through to the next stage, which is looking like this. So arena trials, so it's from midnight to 11 o'clock server time, and that's when you need to basically prepare for the final hour before reset, and that's when you battle other people. So if I go to, oops, I don't want to do that actually. So if I go to my battle reports, let's look. So these are from day one. So the trials happened. I went through them, got whatever buffs, and obviously, I ended up going against someone in my own nation and someone from 1179. So that was day one. And then obviously on day one you get the top 30, you get the top 64 players. So in essence, all this kind of game, this event is to do is to see who's number one across the top three nations. Obviously, when we're looking, we know who's going to be winning it hands down from the start. These were the top 64, um and we know Judge is going to win it. I think this one will be very interesting. Obviously, we've got some really strong guys from 1179. I think it'll go down, obviously, between me and Mario, potentially, of who's going to finish second. So, yeah. And then. Um, yeah, so it's just going through it each day. So, you can only send up to 400,000, and up to 50,000 zombies. Now, the 50,000 zombies is included in that 400,000. So, in essence, if you're going to send 50k zombies, you're only going to be able to send 350k troops. But zombies are very strong, so I'd advise sending as many zombies as you can, especially like when you're at like my stage. Obviously, I'm C38. And commander duels. So on the first day we went against two players, and I think that's just to determine who's in the top 64, and then each day after that you go against one person. So your opponent is shown at the bottom left. So tonight at 11 o'clock server time, this is who I will fight against, and these are like the other ones, battles that will happen. Obviously, after tonight, there'll only be 16 of us left, and it will keep breaking down until there's only one left. So yeah, so I have now got pretty much 23 hours from reset to go through these trials to earn buffs for this next battle. So let's go through it. We'll use some buffs. Use this and a HP. There we don't need that. We already know. So, I'm going to send max zombies straight off the bat. And then I will probably send, yeah, about 15k in front row. It's probably easier. I just type that in. So that gives me a really nice front row. And then obviously I'm a long range player, so I'm gonna whack out on those cannons, and that's the formation I'm using. So yeah, these are the trials. It's basically like a camel troop formation that you're gonna fight. What I noticed as well, like if you look at each one, you can see ahead of time what sort of formation they're using. So yeah, a lot of EMPs. Have a look. You know, more shredders here. I mean, you can see long range, melee, mid. So it's going against who you want to go against. Obviously, I'm a long range player. It'd probably be more beneficial for me to challenge this one first. I mean, it's fairly simple to get through the trials, and then you get this. So you can select a buff. We've got the option between melee HP, which is increased by 24%, increase attack of troops, except zombies by 16, and increase defense. There's no point picking defense. I mean, troop attack is nice. Melee HP is also nice. I'm gonna go for the melee HP just because it's a higher percentage for me, and my HP lacks at the minute, so I'll select that. And then we go to the next stage of trial. So obviously there's 10 stages. As you'll notice as well, your troops do decrease with the trials. Obviously for me, it's nothing. It's hardly nothing. But for a lot of people, it will start to significantly decrease as you're going through. You can get these tonics to refill, just like in, for example, Medici. So yeah, let's challenge. Let's have a look. Increase attack. Titans. HP of long. HP of bio zombies. I mean, you can refresh as well. Defense, melee HP, troop defense. I'll stick with the melee HP for now. And then let's challenge again. Obviously, another thing as well is because you're going to see who you're going against prior. So let's go back to that screen. Obviously, these purple ones are probably the best. I'm not too interested in anything like that. I'm just going to go again. See if we can get another purple. Nope. Okay, here we go. Increase damage to melee troops. Well, because I've got quite a lot of melee, I will increase some attack for them. Reloads. There we go. Just to go back as well. So another point, what you want to be looking at is who you're going against. You know, I'm going against a fella from 1170. Let's have a look at their stats. I mean, 700 HP, attack is 900. It should realistically be fine for me. This is from yesterday. It should be a fairly easy win for me on that one. Obviously, I think the thing to remember is as well, like, this event is so cheap. Because obviously, like, I know now my opponent for tonight is really weak. I don't need to be spending a lot of gold, a lot of the tokens, because I'm going to walk over them. So it's important to bear that in mind, because I do really like this game mode. Like, it is something fun. It's something you don't have to spend a lot of money to win. It's just being strategic in how you're playing. Obviously, getting through for me is quite simple in the trials. So let's challenge. I'll go for melee HP again. Challenge. I'm going to go for a long range attack just to increase that attack. If you notice as well, like, obviously there's melee and mid range here. When I get the option to go against long range, it's probably a bit better for me. Yeah. Challenge. Just because you don't want to waste troops before the end and have to heal them again. I'm just going to skip that. We'll do melee attack. Challenge. I'll do zombie attack. Melee attack. Let's try and spin. I mean, I don't really need to be doing this because I know the player is weak and should really just save the gold. But it's just trying to show like some of the buffs that we're going to be able to get. I don't really like that. Okay, here's a good one. Long range attack increased by 42%. That is a very nice buff. I mean, depending on what sort of player you are, like I'm long range, I want to be focusing on my zombie attack, long range attack, and melee HP. They're probably priority for me. Okay, so stage 8 of 10, treatment room. You can see, choose to take a short break to heal the wounded. So you can heal 20%, or you can get one additional buff. Obviously, I mean, I've lost no troops. There's no point me healing 20%. So I will select an extra buff. And I'm going to choose that zombie HP. Obviously, if you're not as strong and you are struggling to get through the trials, then it's just like Medici, where you get to choose an increase of 5% troops or the 20% recovery. It's probably nice to get that recovery in there because you can save money. You do get these. I don't want to use that. That's 10%, and then these ones are 20%. Skip that. We'll go for that. And then obviously the final stage, you know, you're going to go against all three: long, mid, and melee. So let's challenge it. You know, this one does have its titans in its plane, but I'm losing no troops. That's really nice. You do have these gold ones. Obviously, you've seen me spin quite a bit, and we've only seen one gold one. Select that. Right, so here you can adjust formations now. So obviously, first you're going through your zombies, and then obviously you can choose your prime formation for who you're gonna go. Oh, you must have 100%. So let's. I don't really need to do that actually. Obviously, I chose full melee zombies and long range. I went straight for shredders, zombies, and cannons. I think that's a good formation to go through this player with. I mean, troop status 99%. Do I really need to increase by 1% to change the formation? No, because the formation I selected at the start was best for me. Obviously, I think it's nice for players that may struggle to get through trials, in the sense that you can choose the best formation to go through those trials and then change it afterwards to go through the player. Another thing as well, like you do get to bet in this. You only get one bet. So for me, I've bet on Judge, and I'll probably continue to do that for the 7 days, just because I know he's going to win it overall in the end anyway. So it's just an easy way to get some extra gold. And when you think I bet, I think 500 gold, I'm not sure what the outcome is on that, like how much we get back, but I've not even spent that much. So I'm assuming I'll be getting whatever I've spent in gold back from just betting. So I do really like this event. It's cheap. I mean, if we look at the arena shop, the packs are fairly cheap. What I like as well is the shimmering fluid things to heal. You know, they're in the small packs. Usually with Camel, you get packs that have that towards the end. So Camel have kept this fairly cheap. I think this is more of an event for non-spenders to just have that little bit of fun. You know, we've had a lot of new events coming out recently, and they all are pay to win. I wouldn't say this is an event. I think it's more just a pastime, I guess, because you're not really actively doing it. A lot of the time it's just automatic. But it does take some thought, I guess, and some strategy. So it's nice. I don't mind this event. I know a lot of people have been fairly confused by it. But to be fair, I think it's fairly simple. It's just 3 nations. Who's going to be number one out of all three? Each day you fight one person, and eventually there'll be one left standing. You get the additional buffs during the day to go into that final battle in the evening. But I mean, the only thing that I don't like is the fact that we already know who's going to come out number one. So, I mean, it kind of defeats the purpose. But like I say, like the matchup that I got, for example, I'm excited about because I really want to go against Mario. Just because we know each other and we know our builds. Like, I know I have the stronger plane, I have the stronger titans, I'm higher level, so I have the stronger troops. However, his officers are significantly stronger than mine, so I feel like that'll be a really fun battle. And I'm more excited as well because with these buffs, I know I can increase my attack percentage, so maybe that will help me, and having those stronger titans and plane compensates for not having the officers to back me. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that. Had I been put in, I don't know, like a category that wasn't like this, then maybe I wouldn't be as thrilled about it. But yeah, it's fairly simple, guys. Obviously, just look at who you're against. If you know they're significantly weaker, you don't need to spend as much gold. If you know they're on par with you or a bit stronger, you know, that's when you want to be refreshing and getting those gold buffs to go against them. It'll give you the edge. And yeah, it's fairly simple. I mean, looking at the rewards for this, they're not huge rewards. And I mean, it's not a big spending event, so I see why Camel probably haven't increased the rewards significantly. But they're nice rewards. I mean, I always like this sort of stuff, you know, that makes your city look pretty. That's a big thing for me. Obviously, these are for the Royal group, so the top 64 players have a chance of winning this. And then you've got like the Masters group, which is everyone else. Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna write a written guide anyway on this, with just like tips, what buffs to select and stuff like that. I post all my guides on my Discord, so I will leave the link to my Discord below in the description, and just feel free to come and join it, have a look at the guides that I've wrote. I've pretty much done a guide on every event. Come and hang out and talk and ask questions, and yeah, that's everything. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.